Hey everybody, I'm Luca and we are going to take the most amazing culinary journey this week and the next couple of shows. We're going to take culinary journey through great restaurants in New Hampshire. You know, New Hampshire Restaurant Week is coming up, and I wanted to focus on 4 amazing chefs and what they can do over the next couple of shows. So this week, we're doing the Bedford Village Inn, and we have Ben and we have Paul, the chefs over at the Bedford Village Inn, and they're going to make some amazing stuff. We have a whirlpool. I'll tell you all about that later. We got a nice, it's a cool concept. You know, if you've been watching those shows on TV, the cooking shows and all the fancy gadgets, well, we have a couple of fancy gadgets to work with and some food that you might not normally use at home, but we'll tell you all about it. We're going to be making a BLT with our friend here. We haven't named him yet, and he's going to go into a little bath in a little bit, and that's the L of the BLT? Sure, the lobster of the BLT. And we're going to be making a couple of gnocchi dishes. So don't go away, because your culinary journey with Ben and Paul from the Bedford Village Inn starts now. Hey everybody, welcome back to A Culinary Journey. I'm Luca and I'm here with Ben and Paul. Ben's the executive chef over at Bedford Village Inn, right?
That's it, yep.
Paul, chef de cuisine?
Yep.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah?
Excited to be here.
I'm excited. I'm eating. My job today is absolutely to do nothing. Talk a little bit about the Bedford Village Inn.
Well, Bedford Village Inn, it's been in business for 20 years. You know, we have a culinary experience where you can go there and you can have, you know, everything from weddings to fine dining. We have a tavern that has great beer and drinks. You know, we have a little wine bar that has that kind of like metro feel to it, but it still has that New England charm. And we really work hard. I mean, Paul and I worked in Boston for a couple of years together, and we've been chefs at our own restaurants, and now we're up here together working together in New Hampshire.
Awesome. So we're doing, we're making a couple dishes today. We're going to do gnocchi, one of my favorite dishes in the world. Potato and flour, and you make it's the best pasta I've ever had. So you make your own gnocchi too, right? Yeah,
we make everything. All our pastas are made in house. Right. I mean, it's very close to me, and I love gnocchi. I've been making gnocchi all my career, and I think it's a great, you know, a vessel for anything you have. I mean, you can make it with 1,000 different ways. You can make it with tomato sauce. You can use duck. You can use pork. You can do anything.
Yeah,
simple, fun. Exactly. Yeah. Well, we're going to get it a little more complicated today. We're going to do a couple of things. I know you brought the confit. We got a smoker. I mean, we got a couple of gadgets. And that's the thing. When people watch our show or watch all cooking shows, that all these gadgets are coming out.
What we're trying to do is every time we create a dish, you know, we don't want you to have to do it at home. Right. We want you to come here and actually experience it and maybe talk about it. Right. And if you see all the things that we actually do, it's all these little attention to detail that really make it unique. So when you taste it, it tastes really good, but you don't know what goes into it. And now you get to kind of see the inside of all the little things that we do.
If it doesn't do an addition to what you're doing or doesn't mean something in your dish, don't do it, right?
Exactly.
I mean, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and then the sous vide machines are also good for like storage, not just for cooking.
Right.
You can cryo back liquids, so you can turn purees into sauces that you can store.
So we'll talk about that too, the immersion circulator and the sous vide, and we'll talk about sous videing. Let's get into gnocchi, man, because I'm getting hungry. Paul's doing the cutting.
Paul's going to do cutting.
So Ben's doing the cooking.
We got a couple items here. We're going to do a gnocchi with the confit, just shallots, garlic, a little Parmesan cheese, a little breadcrumbs, and then we have a smoking gun for you to play with. So it gets that kind of smoke feel to it. Yeah. And then we're also going to do something, you know, a little bit on the finer side. We have smoked pork jowl here, and we're going to use it with shiitake mushrooms, the gnocchi, and veg stock, and some cherry tomatoes, and just make it delicious.
Perfect.
So a lot of things we like to do is, you know, the pork jowl actually comes from Phoenix Hill Farms, which is north of us, about 20 miles north of Bedford Village Inn. So we like to use all local and kind of like showcase local ingredients whenever we can.
When you talk about pork jowl, kind of give everybody a description what it really is. Is it bacon? Is it not bacon? What are you talking about?
It's the rich man's bacon. Okay. It just has this. It's great. It has that same complexity as bacon, but has this kind of I don't know, really earthiness, kind of funkiness to it that you just can't get. Almost like pancetta, but a little bit more little more oomph
Oomph.
to it.
Yeah, there you
exactly.
go. That's a way to describe food, man. That's a culinary term.
And then the fat content's a little bit more than bacon, and it's the perfect ratio between the fat and the meat, and it's just perfect.
So let's give it a shot. Let's get stuff cooking in a pan. Tell me where we're going.
So we're going to start with something really simple. We're going to just do the single pan, so you can do this at home. If you have like a little duck, you have roasted chicken or anything along those lines. There's a couple ways to make it. You can make it fresh where it's like soft. I like it a little crispy on the outside, so I always pan sear it, and it gets that little crunch on the outside, and then it's still soft and beautiful on the inside. Like I said, all on gnocchi. I've been making it, I don't know, since I was like 16 years old.
Right.
So I love my gnocchi dish, and it's just something like it's a great vessel for home or anything.
It's potato, flour, eggs.
Yep, potato, flour,
What's
eggs.
the best potato to use in gnocchi?
I always use russets. I always bake my potatoes.
Yeah.
It doesn't add any moisture content to it, so it's very dry and airy, and you get this like nice fluffiness. I also we had Parmesan cheese, so it adds a little more flavor into your gnocchi also, and it's amazing.
You ever make it with sweet potatoes? You guys ever make sweet potato gnocchi?
Yes.
It's one of my favorite things. Again, pan fried.
Yeah, and the new one is the ricotta ones too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which is great because it saves you the time of roasting and peeling potatoes. So you can just open up a thing of ricotta cheese, add some eggs to it, a little flour, roll it out, and you have instant gnocchi. It's great.
So getting your pan hot is really important for something.
Very hot, very hot. I mean, you want it to be smoking. What that will do is stop the gnocchi from sticking.
Right.
What we do is whenever we add something to our pan that's so hot, we want to break it up. We want to take it off the burner.
Okay.
And what that'll do is you get a nice crispiness. And we want to slide it around. If it's sliding around, it's ready to go.
Right.
It's beautiful right there. So we're going to add a little seasoning to that, a little salt in there.
And that's sea salt?
That is sea salt. We use sea salt for everything.
Nice.
It's a cleaner salt, and the thing is, I mean, the truth is, it's a little stronger, but you use less salt, so you're adding less sodium. So our food is actually healthier, per se.
And salt is an enhancer. It's not a flavor.
Exactly.
I think when people tell me, we cook at home with iodized salt, I'm like, all you're really doing is salting things, not bringing out other flavors. Right? Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's all I got. The rest is you guys.
So we're going to get a little color on this. We just added a little color to get it like crispy and going. And like I said, if it's moving around, you're ready to go. I always suggest if it starts sticking, just pull it right back out. Start again.
Right.
Because if you're fighting with a sticky pan, you're never going to win.
Right.
You're never going to win at all.
They look like little potato nuggets. The deep fried. Have you ever
pillows.
deep fried? Have you ever deep fried?
Pillows.
Have you ever deep fried gnocchi?
No, I haven't, but I've heard people who do it.
Just saying, it's out there. You never know.
Can I have some pepper?
Oh man, now you're really gonna make me work. I thought I was just gonna.
There we go.
All right, so some pepper, salt. You always want to season as you go, right? Kind of layer out your seasonings.
And that's the thing. Is when we talk about making food, you see how it gets crispy. When you're making food, if you season lightly every ingredient, it comes together. But if you add salt at the end, it tastes like salt. It's a flavor.
Right.
All of a sudden. Very simple. I'm going to add a couple shallots into it.
No, shallots kind of underused thing at people's homes.
Yeah.
I think they don't use shallots enough, right?
It's a really mild onion flavor.
Yeah.
And then we always like to add it at the end, so it doesn't keep cooking from the start. Same thing with the garlic.
This is the duck confit.
That's the duck confit we add in. So what I did is I put my shallots and garlic in there. I let them cook a little bit. Okay, I don't want them browning.
Right.
Because it's going to add too much flavor. It's going to taste that burnt flavor. You really want to taste the gnocchi and the potato. And then to make it a little healthier, we're going to add a touch of cream to this.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
That's the way to go. A little cream.
Oh, this looks great. I'm totally stealing this idea. No, I'm not. Did I say that on air? Darn.
It's not stealing.
It's what we
do. We borrow from each other. We learn.
So I got the cream, and I just add it just for a touch, okay?
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
I just bring it down. I'm going to add a little Parmesan cheese in there.
And again, you don't want to put the Parmesan while it's on the heat. It's just going to stick to the bottom of the pan, too,
Exactly,
right?
yeah. As you see, like a lot of things about cooking is being delicate with your food.
Right.
And it's like you think high heat, you see all these flames when chefs are taking pictures.
Right.
We really don't cook like that. Yeah. It's a lot of like high temperature but low temperature, and you're carrying things over. It's very delicate, good cooking.
Now, you bring it to the next level, so you're going to add something else to this.
Well, right now, so we have very simple. We're going to keep it simple here. I'm going to finish off with some cracked pepper.
Now, as it is, if you were making this dish, that works, right?
That would be great.
Perfect.
I mean, you would have, all three of us would eat this and be like,
exactly.
We're good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you're going to go to the next level.
So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to add a little, I want to just take a spoon out of there, just a touch of cream. So.
Ooh, I'm getting excited, too. I gotta relax.
Getting excited, thank you.
All right.
So, like I said, this is good the way it is, okay? It's gnocchi, it's creamy, it's gonna be delicious. And then we're just gonna put a little cassoulet bowl. And I like serving, we like to use different vessels or different containers.
Right.
And it makes it exciting, you can't just serve everything on a plate.
No, this is good. This would be beautiful. Now, this is served mostly as an appetizer?
This would be an appetizer, but we can do something larger. It's heavy with the duck confit and the cream. And then we're going to do is hit a little more Parmesan cheese on top, and then some fresh breadcrumbs. And the breadcrumbs, we use panko. They're buttered, they're herbed, they're delicious.
Right.
And what it does is it adds a nice little crispiness, so you have all this textures.
Do you pre-butter and season your panko?
We do pre-butter it, yeah.
Okay.
So it's made fresh every day. We take panko, mix it with butter, and then toast it with a little fresh herb, salt, pepper. We use a little Aleppo pepper, which is like one of our favorite things. Very floral. It's not very spicy pepper, but it adds that pepper flavor.
Yeah, it's like a really mild red chili flake.
Nice.
But it still gives you that, but it has more of a pepper flavor. So it's not just about the heat. We use it. It's very versatile.
Did you bring any?
No, we didn't bring any in.
Darn, I was going to steal that too. Let's talk about our smoking gun here.
Oh, our smoking gun. Okay. So our smoking gun, I mean, we love it. I mean, chefs, love smoke. They absolutely love smoke. So what we do is, we have this new thing that was invented. It's a smoking gun. It doesn't add, you have to get it hot, and you can do it last minute. So you add a nice little smokiness to it.
Really?
So what you can do is you can just put it in this holder right here.
Oh, you put it in the holder?
Yeah, and you just let it hold itself.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to light that top. If you take the little lighter over there.
This one?
Oh, no, yeah, that one's going to
Where's your lighter? I don't see a lighter.
Oh, right here.
Oh, that light. Oh, this lighter.
There you go.
Yeah, see, I've never seen one of these, apparently. Right on top like that.
Right on top?
Just smoke that.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
And then stop.
No, let it go a little longer.
Oh, okay.
Until the smoke starts coming out. You can smell it. See the smoke coming?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Then just put it
right
in there?
And we're just going to cover it up. And there you go. So when it comes out to your table, you have this beautiful little pot. And as you lift it up,
The
little
smoke comes
out
out.
of it. And you get a nice smoky flavor to it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So you got a little more touch to it. It's almost like, it's like a rich man's mac and cheese.
Right.
If you think about it,
Right,
the cheese, the gnocchi, the pasta, a little confit, a little Parmesan,
awesome.
and a little smoke flavor to it.
Yeah, it's nice because you're not smoking the duck beforehand.
Right.
So where everything becomes, it just becomes smoky.
What you do anyway, the smoke is something you more smell than being on your taste buds, because that's what we get all of our noses, what's really getting all that stuff.
Exactly.
So you open it up, it's poof, you get this whiff.
And then you go in and you start,
I mean,
tasting the
I think
Parmesan
everything I'm going to taste now, because this thing was pointing at me, I think everything the rest of the day is all smoke, man. This is beautiful. All right, that's for me to eat while you start the next one. Let's do the next gnocchi dish.
The next gnocchi dish, we'll just get rid of this pan.
Yeah, what do you mean get rid of it?
And what we're going to do is...
I'm just going to eat.
Yeah.
Mind if I try this?
Yeah, go for it. It's going to be delicious.
Like, why else will we cook?
Then we just need
That's
another...
how we eat in the restaurant, pretty much.
We just need another pan. What we're going to do is Paul's going to chop up the guanciale, or the pork jowl.
Right.
Okay, which is that really great bacon flavor.
Oh my God, this is
And now we're coming in
incredible.
like more into the spring, more summertime.
Right.
This is something, it's like we try and cook for seasons, and you can't just cook one dish for the season. So this dish is beautiful for spring, because it's like you have those cold nights, and you want something warm to warm you up. But we still have those beautiful days that are like 70 degrees, right?
Yeah.
So you want to have coming, and this kind of brings out the summer. He's going to cut some guanciale. He's going to cut some heirloom cherry tomatoes, which are out available right now. And then we're going to do shiitake mushrooms and gnocchi. We're going to do a veg stock, and we're just going to finish it up with a
And
veg
again,
stock.
when I think about what you're doing, you watch this, it's still simple.
It is.
I mean, as much as when someone goes in there and sees this and the whole mechanics involved in it, and they look at it and they're like, wow, this is incredible. I can't do this. It really is simple.
It is. I think the difference between a chef and a cooking at home is that at home you might take 8 steps or 6 steps,
Right.
where in a chef each dish is 15 steps.
Right.
And that's where it gets intense. That's where it's crazy, because you're adding all these little steps, and it makes them so that we have jobs, right?
Exactly.
If everyone could do our job, we wouldn't have a job.
We wouldn't have a career, trust me.
So what I need is like a larger pan, so I can render off like.
Oh yeah, we got to do that separately?
Yeah.
Not that big? Too big?
Oh, I'll do this.
Yeah,
guy.
do that one.
This guy would be
There
perfect.
you go. Paul, how's it coming over there, man?
It's good.
Yeah?
A couple mushrooms.
Yeah, cut up some mushrooms. And I'll take the guanciale in
I
here.
love this show, man.
Yeah.
I feel like one of the hosts on TV. You know, the ones that just stand there and don't do anything? It's like, really?
You're gonna get the saute off your mushrooms.
the
So
one-
Oh,
what
yeah?
we're gonna do is,
Nice.
Why don't you
So-
get? I'll use that for the gnocchi,
then
and
I'll
then
do
you'll
mushrooms.
get this guy for your mushrooms.
Okay.
Now the thing is, like, you could use pancetta for this. You can even use bacon.
Right.
Sometimes the bacon flavor is too overbearing.
Too much smoke.
Too
or-
smoky,
smoke.
too
Yeah.
familiar too. Everybody just
Yeah.
knows bacon.
Well, I think, and again, if you're not getting this pancetta, you were mentioning pancetta might be a good substitute for this.
Yeah, the pancetta is great. It's like a little sweetness to it. It adds a little more body. I think sometimes the smokiness overtakes everything on the plate, and you don't want that. You don't want it to just taste like a big plate of smoke. So this is cooking down.
That's what this is for.
That's what that's for. I'm gonna add a little. I always season
Right.
everything a little bit. So just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, as I'm rendering it down. That'll bring out the flavors. And then as your pan gets hot, we got some oil.
You got
over
oil,
here.
Paul?
Yep.
Yep.
You need oil on your pan yet? I have your pan on too. Is that for
I'll
the
wait for,
gnocchi?
yeah, we'll wait until the mushrooms
We'll
are
wait
ready,
on that?
and then we'll do the gnocchi
All
with
right,
that.
sounds
Yep.
good. I'll just keep that on low then. All right.
And that's like, I mean, look at how beautiful that is.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And you don't want to get it too crisp, right?
No,
I mean,
no, we want to be able to eat it still.
Yeah.
Still have the flavor to it. So it's not like your traditional bacon where it's crispy.
So we're talking about almost like a nice chewy texture to go with that. And now, but that's the other thing
Because
too.
it's been previously cured too, so
Right.
it has a lot of that texture's already been
Yeah.
done for you. So
Want to taste it? Let me know.
All right.
How's it?
No, I don't. I think you need to give me all of that and start again. No, no, it's good.
So that, yeah.
Nice.
So
No, that's
just a little bit
delicious.
longer.
I could just eat that.
oh my,
Not
yeah,
good.
I could put
Right?
that on my cereal.
I'll
Put it on a
the
piece of
steak.
bread. On a piece of bread. That's
That's
the
all
way to
you
go.
need to do. Yeah, that's excellent. All right,
How
how
you
we look?
looking?
I think we're going there.
You're good? Okay, we'll take our mushrooms. Go for it, Paul.
Yeah, I'm
Come
gonna
on,
go.
throw it on in, Paul.
I'm going.
Want me to come to you?
Don't burn anybody, okay?
Oh yeah. Oh, it wasn't as hot as we thought. That's all right.
Awesome.
All right, so we're just getting these sauteed down. We adding any garlic or anything to the mushrooms?
No, we're not going to add any garlic to the mushrooms.
Just
We'll
keep
add the
them-
garlic at the end. But
Nice.
what we'll do is we add a little seasoning at the end. What
Okay.
happens is if you add salt to it right now, it releases the moisture, and then now you're braising
Right.
your mushrooms.
So I'll-
we'll do a little saute with this.
You just want to leave them and let them sit
To
and
let them
hang
sit,
out?
we're going to cook them down, and then what we'll do is we'll hit with a little salt, and then we'll hit it with a little white wine.
Okay, perfect.
And then white wine will cook down. Once the white wine's cooked down, we'll throw them in with our gnocchi.
Sounds great.
It'll be delicious.
What do you think about my kitchen, guys?
It's beautiful.
It's
Where are we?
really
What
nice.
is this place?
Yeah.
So we're in Monadnock Flooring, that they own the building, and then
Yeah.
Vermont Cabinetry built us a kitchen to hang out in, and then we got Viking and Sub-Zero to throw in some stuff. Psst, life is good.
It's not a bad
Hey,
deal.
this is where I should come to cook when I'm at home, but I don't. All right, so we're getting this to a point where it's kind of crispy.
It's a little
Yeah?
crispy. Yeah,
All
we're
right.
going to add a little salt to it at the
Okay,
end.
good. I won't touch it at all then. So when you're bringing this one together, is this cream based too? Or is
No,
it
this is not cream. It's just going to be veg stock.
Perfect.
We're just going to add a little garlic, shallots. I like springer, like a little bit lighter.
Yeah,
It's like spring, like I said, a warm day. So we cook according to the temperature. It's very important.
I don't really get to do this that often. You keep talking. So Bedford Village Inn, you're doing a lot of cool stuff for Restaurant Week.
Restaurant Week. So what we do for Restaurant Week is once again we showcase local. We like to use a lot of local farms. We use Trumbull Farms, Phoenix Hill Farms, and then we just give you a sample of what we do. It's a really great example of to come into the Bedford Village Inn. It's and see what's going on, what's new.
Right.
And we love Restaurant Week. We're in Boston. We've done it so many times.
Yeah, it's like second nature.
Yeah,
by
love
now.
it. Yeah. Well, the
it's
concept behind Restaurant Week here is try something new. So if you haven't been to the Bedford Village Inn and you want to try something new, this is the week to do it. I mean,
It's basically purely for the customers to get out, try new restaurants, different places that they never think of going
Exactly.
to or haven't had the time to go to.
Hey, am
So
I
it's good for New Hampshire all around.
yeah, am I crisping this up too much? Or am
No,
I,
that looks
this is what
perfect.
you want?
Yep. So what we'll do is we'll just add a little salt to that, and then what you can do is you can add your white wine.
And then shut it down?
Yeah, just let it shut down and let it cook down a little bit.
Oh, that's
Just like a
beautiful.
splash.
Let's shell, let's garlic.
Like that? Want a little more than that?
A little more. And just throw your little shallots, there's some shallots in there, a little garlic.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. So we have the guanciale, we have our mushrooms ready, and then once again, it's going to be like a repeat. We're going to do our gnocchi again. Nice hot pan. I'll take a little oil in there.
Oil's on this side now. There you go.
There you go.
Do that. Keep it to him. He does the next one.
So our pan's nice and hot.
Oh,
We're gonna
that
pull
is
this off to the
smoking.
side.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some of our gnocchi.
Again, they'll perfect. Again, and then this is also an appetizer.
This is going to be more of an entree size.
If you wanted it
If
to.
we wanted to be a little larger.
I always find that gnocchi is a little too heavy for entrees, and I like it as a primo or a first course.
Yes.
Again, because it's a heavy dish.
Well,
And
because you want to eat a lot of stuff.
Dude,
so-
I'm all about courses.
Yeah.
As many courses as possible.
Once
And
again,
that's
salt,
another
pepper.
good thing about Restaurant Week, that it's coursed out.
Right.
3 courses, you get to try a couple things.
And this will probably be on our menu. The
This will?
guanciale
Yeah,
with the
nice.
gnocchi and the cherry tomatoes. It's the perfect time.
And then, peas are coming in soon.
Yes.
So you could add peas, some ramps coming in. Even, if you don't have shiitakes, morel mushrooms coming in.
Right.
Perfect.
But talking about ramps a little bit, that's for people who haven't used ramps. If you like this garlic feel,
Yeah,
ramps
garlic.
are a cool thing, but they're not overdone.
No.
Right.
No. If you like heat in your food,
Yeah.
it also has a lot of pepper notes to it, which
Right.
is good, but also has an onion flavor.
Right.
I think about it as a glorified scallion, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much what it is.
Well, don't let the ramps hear that. That'd be insulting. Glorifies God. So I just added the guanciale in there. Just wants some salt and pepper. We can add some of our mushrooms in. And it's like,
Tell me when.
that's good. Perfect.
Yeah, the rest is for me.
So you got, I mean,
that's
if you had
beautiful,
smell-o-vision here, it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
We don't need it. It's just
Take
for
some
us.
cherry tomatoes,
Heirloom cherries.
heirloom cherries.
Nice.
Lighten it up nicely. Once again, a little touch of salt.
And by heating your pan up a lot too with a little bit of oil, you don't need a lot of oil for a lot of this stuff.
That's a great point. I mean, people douse it and then you taste at the end. It's like
So you get this finish of oil.
And it gives you a stomach ache. I mean, too much oil just makes you not feel good. So we get to really showcase all this stuff. So we got everything in there right now. It's seasoned. It's delicious. I'm gonna add a little veg stock. We make veg stock for everything. We don't use water or anything. So it's beautiful vegetables.
That is water in a kitchen.
Yeah.
Sure, that basically is. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't use a lot of chicken stock in our kitchen.
Well, and we do the same way, and even I tell people at home when you do it, you get all these little leftover pieces of vegetables. You know, take them, store them, even if you have to freeze them, then pop them in a pot of water, and you've gotten so much flavor out of all these little ends and you know end pieces, and it really is incredible. I mean, we have the luxury, if we're breaking down a case of something, we can make our own veg stock off of that. But you know, it's great to do, and it adds more flavor.
And it's also like our responsibility to take care of everything we do. You know, we don't waste anything in the kitchen.
Right.
So, you know, everything means something to us.
Right.
It really does. So you got this, it's beautiful right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of parm.
This really is a light dish. You're taking something like
Yep.
gnocchi and making it really, really light.
A little micro herbs in there.
Nice. You need a plate for that?
I love a plate.
You would, wouldn't you?
And a fork and a spoon.
What do you think about this?
Oh, it's beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful.
I saved one fancy plate for you guys.
Can I have a service spoon?
Yes, you can. Let's work with this
Thank
one.
you.
There you go.
So, I mean, look how beautiful
Yeah,
that
that is
That's like
gorgeous.
And you see how it cooks down to a sauce?
Right.
You know, and there's no butter in there. It's just a little bit of oil.
And then the starch from the potatoes kind of help it do a little bit of
Exactly.
that sauce and finish, and the flour in there too. So that's our second dish. 2 gnocchi dishes. And I'll bring this one out here too. We'll kind of show that later. Hey, listen, this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll put the smoker away, clean up a little bit. We got that lobster to make a BLT, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bacon, lobster, tomato.
Yep.
It's going to be delicious.
Yeah, so we can be using some of the same ingredients from this
This
course to the next
dish.
one, and you can see how to use it.
That's great. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to A Culinary Journey. Man, we had a lot of fun making gnocchi a couple of different ways. Ben, great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Paul, we kind of switched sides, didn't we? We all did different angles. Listen, we're going to make this lobster BLT because you cannot leave without making it. And so let's see, what do we have to do first?
Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to have a little fun. We got some bacon fat here,
Bacon fat.
and we're going to make a powder out of it.
Okay.
Okay? And that will add a little texture to the
Dude,
plate.
how do you make a powder
Something
out of
unique.
bacon fat?
Well, we have this stuff that's called tapioca maltodextrin, essentially a cornstarch, and it
Okay.
turns fat
You want me
into
to
a powder.
keep? You want me to
just
move?
Go whisk,
All
whisk
right,
it
just
up there.
Dude,
Oh, come on.
that's my first day with tapioca powder. So really, just like this. Now, do you always do this by hand, or can you do this in a blender, or?
We generally do it by hand. It's literally
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a feel.
Yeah. So
Right,
now
so-
what you can do is you can actually get rid of the whisk,
All right.
and you can dig your hands in there.
Love that. Now we're talking.
Dig your hands in there,
Yeah,
and kind
so-
of like break it up into a powder.
It almost feels like you're doing a dough.
Yeah.
A little bit, no?
Yep.
I
How are we
mean,
looking? We're looking good. It looks,
is that where you want to go?
yeah, that looks beautiful.
Yeah. If it
beautiful.
starts to
Perfect.
stick, if it's still sticky, then you need a little more. But
How do you feel? How's it feel?
It
it
feels. No, it's not really sticky at all. It's kind of like breaking apart in my hand.
That's gonna be
Is
perfect.
that sticky?
no, it's good.
Perfect.
And then you can always put it through a fine mesh.
So
or a can.
what do we have here? We just have bacon fat powder?
Bacon fat powder.
All right, let's get-
another way of adding a little flavor.
Why don't you get started on the
And then,
next
so
part?
what Paul's going to do is
Am I all done?
You're all done.
All right, great.
Paul's going to warm up our lobster tail. He's going
Oh,
to cook it
is it in
slowly.
there?
Yeah, it's going. It's
Now, this
slowly
the immersion circulate. What's it called?
immersion circulator.
There you go, sous vide.
Exactly.
All right, where we're just kind of keeping an exact temperature.
Yep.
And then you had done the lobsters ahead of time. They're pre-cooked.
Yes.
Yep.
And then you're just keeping them at the right temperature.
Yep. Yeah, in butter, slowly bring it up to temp. That way you don't overcook the lobster.
Okay.
It's a really delicate way of cooking.
All right.
And it's almost perfect.
Perfect. And then
Awesome.
let's put the salad together.
So
on
the
this
salad
end.
together, what we have here is once again, we go to our pork jowl. that we
I
have
was
here.
wondering why you saved that. I was hoping to.
Oh, we're going to use it.
Yeah.
We're going to use it. I had a little touch of more extra virgin olive oil to it, which is really beautiful. It has like a little pepperiness to it.
You don't need to heat this up.
No, you don't need to heat it. You keep it warm. It's totally fine. I like it a little warm.
Okay.
A little warm vinaigrette.
So basically, you're doing a warm bacon vinaigrette.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I feel like we're back in the 80s.
A little shallots.
Oh, and these raw mushrooms and eggs, and we're all set.
A little sherry vinegar.
Yeah.
And then we have our vinaigrette right there, which is
Hey, classics
Very
never
nice.
die in this
No.
business, right?
No,
Yeah.
they just
You just gotta reinvent them.
they evolve.
make sure it tastes good.
Yeah, you do that.
Oh, delicious.
Nice.
Delicious.
All right. Microgreens.
I got some microgreens and little micro herbs here.
Yeah.
It's a micro herb mix. You get microgreens that generally don't have any flavor to them.
Right.
Okay. So what we do is we get micro herbs.
Nice.
It's like basil, it's tarragon, it's parsley. So you do get all these flavors. But the showcase is the tomato and the lobster.
Right.
Okay. So I got these beautiful heirloom tomatoes. Throw those a little in, and then I have wax beans, which we're a huge fan of.
Nice.
I mean, they're great texture.
And you've blanched those off.
These are blanched, and then we slice them in a little bias, so it's nice. A little fresh shallot in there once again, because we love shallots.
And that fresh shallot and with those kind of gives you texture too, a little crunch to it.
Exactly, and it's not too oniony, it's not overbearing.
That's
And then Paul's going to pull his lobster tail
My
and
least
slice it
favorite
nicely.
thing is raw red onion in anything. It's because
Or-
it's so. I mean, if it's an older onion, especially, you just got this big bite. It takes over the flavors, right?
Especially if it's not cut and sliced
Yeah,
nicely.
exactly. So what you doing with the
I'm just
lobster?
gonna slice it up.
All right.
I'm going to toss it right in here.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, slice it and toss it.
Yeah.
Look at what my job is. All right.
You get the best station there.
Yeah, really. I get to taste it afterwards
Yeah,
too.
true.
So the Bedford Village in May 18th through the 23rd, right?
Yes.
Restaurant week.
Restaurant week.
You're done on that
Yeah,
one?
you want a couple more?
No,
That
save the
never
rest
hurts,
for me.
right?
Don't worry about it.
So we're going to take a little bit of our dressing.
Yes.
Oh, wait, that's going to go last
Are
minute.
you
You
thinking
get
about
to finish
doing this on there too, or?
it. We'll do something along these lines. We can't
Okay.
do, unfortunately, we're probably not going to get lobster.
Right.
You're going to dig in there nicely. It's like this beautiful salad.
And
a
working
little
with your hands,
salt.
it's nothing better than that, right?
Yeah, you got to feel everything. You got to make sure it tastes good.
Incredible. So you guys work together most of the time?
Yeah.
Do you give him a day off at all? He doesn't take one, or neither one of you do. You just
no.
love this too much, right?
Yeah, we do.
All right. There's
A little
salad,
cracked
a little
pepper.
cracked black pepper.
Who doesn't love cracked
so
pepper?
how's this going on?
And that's just going to be sprinkled over top. So you're going to just take it and
Seriously?
just sprinkle it right over top.
You can put more than
Oh,
that.
come on. Don't be
Oh,
scared.
Well, I didn't,
yeah.
okay, look. I'm putting flour on top of stuff. All right. More?
More.
Yeah, you might as well.
All right.
There you go. There you go. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, well,
go.
you know,
And
I
then
gotta
once
try
again, it's
that
a
out.
unique texture.
Yeah.
It brings back the bacon. So we always like to cook in layers. You know about that. As
Right,
being a chef,
right,
you
right.
want different flavors.
Let's put that there. Some great dishes from the Bedford Village Inn, Ben.
It was a pleasure.
Great
Thank
job,
you so
man.
much.
Paul, you're awesome. You
No
guys are
problem.
incredible. I'm going to
Anytime.
try this out. This is totally about the culinary journey, man. We had a great time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Check them out. Try something new. New Hampshire
Definitely.
Restaurant Week. It's going to be a blast. I'm gone. See you on our next culinary journey. I'm going to eat. Bye. Oh, man. Brought to you in part by Monadnock Flooring and Decorating, offering quality sales, service, and installation for over 35 years on Production Avenue next to Subaru of Keene.